Welcome back, everybody. We're talking today about rehab and specifically the meniscus of the knee. Oftentimes people tear their meniscus in sports or just being deconditioned, and that meniscus requires surgery, or sometimes it just requires rehab. So today we're going to be talking about rehab exercises for your meniscus. Okay, so I'll be doing the speaking, Sarah will be doing the demonstration as usual, and here we go. So Sarah is going to start with an exercise called terminal knee extension. She's putting her leg in the band, slightly above her knee, a little bit of a bend in the knee, and she's bending it a little bit, and she's extending it back. Bending it and extending. And what she's doing is she's sort of mimicking her run technique. So her knee is going to bend about 20 degrees when she runs, and that's about how much of extension, how much flexion she's going to go into. She's going to go all the way back into extension and about 20 degrees of flexion. So she's doing terminal knee extensions with a band, and she'll probably do 15 to 20 of these for 3 repetitions. Okay, so that's terminal knee extensions. Excellent for strengthening the little muscles in the front of the knee, your vastus medialis oblique, and also for the hamstring. All right. Next exercise, I believe we're going to do some monster walks right now. I'm messing Sarah up here. I lost my sheet. But we're going to go through some monster walks right now. Okay, so Sarah's got the bands wrapped around her knees, and she's going to walk side to side like a monster. I don't know why we call these monster walks, but that's what she's doing. You can see the slight bend in her knee. It's about a 15-degree bend in her knee, and she's strengthening her glutes. Okay, I'll try to point to the glutes right there. Oops, right there. So her glutes. Glute medius is firing, her glute maximus is firing, and the muscles on the side of her legs are firing as well. So she's got about a 15-degree bend in her knees, and she's walking side to side. Okay. Next exercise. Trying to find our little list here. Not very good at this. We're going to go through some glute bridges, I believe. So Sarah's going to lie on her back, and she's going to strengthen her glute muscles by doing glute bridges. So the first glute bridge she's going to go through is a double leg glute bridge. Both legs are on the ground, and she's coming up. She's trying to use her hips, and on the way up, she's going to engage her glutes, and at the top she's going to squeeze her glutes and squeeze her core, squeeze her abdominals a little bit, about 20% on the abdominals and probably 80% squeeze on the glute. Okay, she's not hyperextending, and now she's going to go into a single leg glute raise, and you can see she'll be more on her heel in this one. So if you keep an eye on the heel is down and the toe is up. She's got herself either stabilized with her arms or not stabilized with her arms off the ground. She's strengthening her glute muscle, her hamstring muscle, glute medius. She's tightening up her core, and she's squeezing her glute at the top end range of motion. And she'll do 15 of these, 3 sets. Okay, so the number one protector of my knee is, you got it, it's the hip. Without good, adequate hip strength, you're prone to having chronic knee problems. And what we're talking about today is collateral ligament meniscus rehab. Okay, next exercise, she's going to do some psoas marching. Your psoas is your deep abdominal muscle. It connects your lower back to the front of your hips. When that muscle is weak, prone to getting lower back pain, and the psoas muscle attaches the front bone here of the hip, dives deep in the abdominal, and it attaches to the lower back. So she's going to be doing psoas marches. Raising her right leg, and she's going to raise, oh, I thought she was going to switch, so she's raising her right leg, and she'll probably do that 15 times. So she's contracting her hip flexor, as you can see, her psoas. If she turns her toe out, turns this toe out a little bit, she'll get more of the psoas in her leg come up. That's her psoas. If she keeps her leg straight and brings her knee up, she's working more of her hip flexor. So these are march exercises, strengthening the hip flexors and the deep abdominal muscle called the psoas. Okay. Thank you, Sara. I think we're going to do the Quadrant Stabilizer right now. So we've got our little quadrant that we've made with some tape. And Sara is going to stand in the center. She's going to put a toe as far as she can, or a heel as far as she can, forward. And she's going to try to go through each individual quadrant. I'm so sorry if I'm messing with this. And what she's doing is she's strengthening her stance phase muscles. So she's strengthening her right leg, her glutes, and she's increasing her flexibility within that range of motion. So this is a challenging exercise, and each time she reaches forward, she's going to try to come further and further, further to the side, further in the back. And again, on her left leg, that's her stance phase, that's her strengthening side. This side, where she's reaching, is her balance side, or her flexible side. She's trying to increase flexibility here, balance by standing on one leg, strength by standing on one leg. And you can see the bend in this knee here. It's about a 20-degree bend, 15-degree bend, which is essentially the same bend in your knee when you're running if you're doing proper shock absorption. So hip strength, glute strength, flexibility, balance, and coordination. Okay, good job today, Sara. Thanks for helping us. We really appreciate you guys being here. Catch you next time, okay?